Hey, hello, hi, hey, it's me, Rad, and today is the first episode, the first time that you will be gazing upon my wonderful visage. That is, of course, if you are looking at this video, because that is what I'm going to be doing with that. Hi, hey, hi, hello. This is the first vlog that I'm doing, and I'm going to be putting this one up for free, technically. Not even technically, actually. I'm going to be putting this up for free so that people can know what they'd be getting from a vlog from me regarding the Patreon. That is the thing that's going on at the moment, the whole Patreon thing. It's kind of important to me. Today, we're going to be talking about several things. First of all, hey, it's my birthday. It's my birthday. I got this nice hat. I got it earlier in the week, but it was for my birthday. And, I haven't really done anything else. I don't know if, by the time this video is out, which will be on my birthday, I'm going to be recording this, or rather, I am recording this on the day before. But I don't know if it'll be a big thing, like if I'm going to be doing much of anything on the day of, or if it's going to be like a thing that will carry out through the weekend or whatever. I am going to a Japanese restaurant, a very nice one, that does like a whole show and whatever on Saturday. But for the time being, I'm going to be focusing on, like, what is going on in my life right now. And by right now, I mean, like, right now. Which, you know, isn't actually a whole ton. I've been doing a whole lot of recording of videos recently. I just got over being sick, which... it wasn't the best. It wasn't the best. I had no fun with it. It's just like, not a fun time being sick, obviously. But what did happen, on the other hand, was that I went to go and watch fucking the Royal Rumble. The Royal Rumble. A nice, really cool, very exciting, very, very exciting, like, WWE wrestling event. It happens every year, as most everything in wrestling happens every year, because wrestling is a thing that happens all the time. It doesn't stop happening. Wrestling is always happening. I bet you right now, if I look hard enough, somebody is going to be doing a wrestling match. Probably somebody's doing a wrestling match. Who knows? Who actually knows? I don't. I don't really know, but it probably is happening right this minute, because wrestling is a thing that always is happening. My computer is falling down slightly. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Wrestling is a really cool thing. So I've been watching wrestling since I was a kid, for a fairly long time, and I've had my, like, ups and downs with it. There was a big chunk of time where I just didn't watch it at all, or I would watch it and be like, there's a random episode of TNA on right now, and somebody just got their head kicked off, and it's like, oh shit, that's fucking crazy, that's amazing. And it is amazing. It's amazing every time that it happens. It's fucking great. But the thing is, there is like a thing regarding wrestling that is a bit of a problem. And it's that when you have wrestling happening, like a big wrestling show, specifically one that is made by the WWE, there is a chance that you as a fan will get screwed over by the results. Like, let's start off by saying something. Wrestling isn't real. I mean, it is in that it exists and is a thing that exists and is real in the actual world. But the things that are happening in it are not 100% real. They're, like, kind of fake. Because, like, when you're doing wrestling, you already know what the outcome is going to be. You already are going to, like, practice the entire match several times over so that you know what you're doing. And by the end, you have, like, a full package of what's going on because you've practiced it so many times with your your opponent. That's kind of how it is. It's not a actual real sport. There is this real sport called wrestling, but this is not that. This is wrestling. This is professional wrestling, which is different from wrestling, I guess. The thing is, when it comes to professional wrestling and how the outcomes go, you don't so much have such a straightforward way of wanting something to go. 'Cause there are a lot of wrestlers all at the same time, and a lot of people that you would want to succeed and some that you would not. The ones that you want to succeed and want to not succeed aren't always the same thing. And it's like, you don't always want the good guy to win. Not because you don't, like, want good guys to win because you're a weird, edgy person or whatever, but because, like, sometimes that good guy is a bit of a shit. There are several, like, good guy wrestlers in the WWE right now that are legitimately bad people. Like, not great individuals. And there are some bad guys that are, strangely enough, really good people that you want to win all of the time because they're good people and they're entertaining and they're funny, and sometimes the faces, being the good guys, are not always entertaining. That is the problem. So I watched the Royal Rumble, and what that is like, over time, 30 people come into the wrestling ring, like, one at a time. There's like a 2-minute clock between another one coming in, and the point is to take one of the wrestlers, throw him out of the ring, like, just fucking toss him out until you are the last one standing. And if you were the last one standing, then you win. And you get to have a number one contendership shot at the, like, championship title at WrestleMania, the biggest wrestling show for WWE, and possibly of any other company going, that happens once a year, because everything happens once a year. That's just how it goes. That's how it works. And that's great. It works out pretty well usually, and the Royal Rumble is almost always a fun time, a full fun time, a big fun time. This one was also a very big fun time. It was great. I had a great time with it. I spent it with a friend of mine, and it was a great, super great time. Except that Roman Reigns, one of the wrestlers that is currently going, that has been basically handpicked by the close to creator, like, of WWE wrestling at the moment, Vince McMahon. He is the one that basically takes care of all of the storylines, not all of them, but most of the storylines going in wrestling at the moment, especially the ones that are happening on the Raw show. There's like a head writer going on for, like, SmackDown, who does a bit of a better job, I feel, in getting people over, but not always the case. But what we do have is Roman Reigns coming down to the ring at number 30, which is the last one that can be in the match, and it's usually held for... There are two ways that it can go. The first is you have somebody that everybody wants to see, and everybody is just hoping to see, and everybody's happy to see them, and they come in at 30 and they like fucking wreck shit up, and it's great and everybody loves it. Or you have somebody that nobody wanted to see, that nobody asked for, and like you end up in a situation where a lot of the people that are watching it just get deflated by it. It's just it's a big mess, and that's kind of how this went, because Roman Reigns, regardless of if he should be or not, is a good guy wrestler. He's a face, and nobody really likes him. Like, not like everybody hates him. Like, there's a lot of, like, it seems that a lot of, because of the way that wrestling works, it is a show that is technically mostly for kids, but ended up being a thing that adults invested a lot of things into. So when you have kids up there, they cheer for the faces every time, no matter what. And then you have the adults who, in at least most cases, know better, who cheer for whoever they like the most. It's kind of like if you have a soap opera or a fucking reality show or something, and there is a certain person that you're like gunning for to win or whatever. Let's go with the reality show kind of idea here. You have somebody that you're rooting for, and like they get kicked off or whatever for like whatever reason, but it doesn't matter what their actual goal is, but if they're entertaining, you're down for them. That's kind of what this is. Like, you'd be upset that the person that you didn't really care for winning because they were like, I don't know, a goody two-shoes or were a bit too bland or whatever. You'd be upset about that. But like somebody that would be more there for just seeing, I don't know, somebody fall in love and seeing them fall in love, they'd be more down for the person that you'd be immediately against, I guess. This is not recorded. Like, it's recorded, obviously, but it's not like recorded with a script or whatever. I'm just going off the cuff. Hopefully next time I'll make a script for whatever I'm talking about. I probably will. Let's be honest. I'm a little bit like off there. I can like go off on tangents or whatever, and that's what I'm kind of doing at the moment. But yeah, wrestling happened. Wrestling happened, and what happened there in the wrestling with Roman Reigns is that he came out and he started to muck up shit real bad. Basically pushed out a bunch of people that people actually wanted to see win, and like certain other people got knocked out before he did, that people really wanted to see win. And it eventually came down to him and two of the top heels on SmackDown, the blue show, because there's Raw, which is red, and SmackDown, which is blue, and it's all a big thing. You should watch wrestling if you aren't already. But you'll have those two shows to watch and some other stuff. But like, he was up against Randy Orton, who people like. They like Randy Orton. but also a little bit ambivalent on it, because he's been doing the same thing for years and years and years, and sure, he's great at it, but also he's been doing the same thing for years and years and years, and it's a little tiring. And then there's Bray Wyatt, who Randy is currently tagging with, and probably won't be tagging with for very much longer. But we had Bray Wyatt, who is basically a spooky hillbilly cult leader that is sort of magic. And it was a trip. It was a fucking trip and a half, because we had these two heels that a lot of people are against at the moment, who, like, come out. Not so much come out, but we're already in the ring, and they're going up against Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns. There we go. Roman Reigns, who is the big dog. He is the big dog in the park, as they so like calling him. And they just, like, nobody wants Roman there. Nobody was excited that Roman Reigns came out at number 30. He got booed out of the building because he came out at number 30. Everybody was hoping for another wrestler named Samoa Joe, which is a bit, like, ironic, because everybody was hoping for Samoa Joe, and what we got was Samoa Joe, because Roman Reigns' real name is, like his real first name is Joe, and he's Samoan, and we ended up getting Samoa Joe the night after on Raw, which was cool, and, you know, is fine. But it was just like, it was weird watching him come out and just having this entire show, which I loved the entire show until that point, just get deflated. And everybody, like, people were going really ballistic about it. Like, saying that this was the worst Rumble in history suddenly because, like, Roman Reigns came out. And meaning it. They, like, meant it. It was weird. Because, like, he didn't even do all that much. He came out and lost. Like, Randy Orton won, is the thing. And people were happy about that. It was the betting odd favorite. He was, sorry for the yawn, excuse me. But, he was the favorite to win on the betting circuit for some reason. Apparently somebody had leaked what was going to be happening, which sucks, but what can you do? And, like, he didn't even do all that much. Everything else ruled. And set up, like, cool stories to go forward on. And just, he came out and did his thing, and then lost, and everybody was still really pissed about it, to the point of still saying that it was just the worst one, despite how they were feeling about it before he came out. Everybody was happy about it until he came out, and then it just, like, killed it. Everybody hated it. It was super weird. Wrestling will continue to happen as time goes on, but that was my weekend. This weekend, I'm not too sure what's going to be going on. Not more wrestling, that's for sure. But I have some plans in mind for this weekly vlog thing that I'm doing. And hopefully you come and look at it when it comes out. I'm not super sure how I'm going to handle this, because this is a bit of a problem. I would like to be able to make these unlisted on my other channel, on the channel that this will be up on, rather, because this is the one to look out for when it comes out and whatnot. And also I have other videos up on this channel as well, but like, this is gonna be a new thing. I have a lot of plans in mind for this. Not super sure how I'm going to do all of them, if I'm honest, but I'm going to try, and I would have liked to have like a password system, or maybe a like a new thing going where I can put it on like a different video site that only my Patreons can get to. This one, again, is free so that you can know what you'll be getting, but for the time being, I need to figure some things out regarding this. Need to work on some things, but it's gonna be fine. I will have some plans for the future going forward. If you have some suggestions, I'd be happy to hear them. Where am I? Actually, am I going to put this up on the new one? Probably not. I'll probably put it up on the old channel. Not old channel, but like on the main channel, and then link to the new channel eventually when I have it all the way set up, because I don't have it all the way set up yet. I need some art for it. I need some like other stuff to get it all in line and whatnot. But that is the plan at the moment. I'm gonna be working on that. If you're interested in all that, then I will put a link in the description when it's done for the new channel, like the side channel, and I hope that you will be down for that. I will be working on a lot of things going forward from here on out. So this has been rad. I hope that you liked this video, and if you did, then consider becoming a patron of me and the arts, but mostly me. I could really use the help. Goodbye now, everybody. Bye. Bye, I love you. Bye. Bye now. I'm gonna press the button. I'm gonna press the stop button on this. Bye. Bye. Pressing the button now.